Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today, and I'm going to emphasize fun because, oh my goodness, this deck is fun. We are playing ETB Damage Tribal. So, ETB enter the battlefield. So, as these creatures enter the battlefield, they're going to be doing damage to a target opponent. And so this is a perfect Panharmonicon deck, but I'm trying not to play it because I had someone tell me I play way too much Panharmonicon. Let me know in the comments below if you can ever play too much Panharmonicon. I don't know about that. But this deck is super fun. We're playing every single creature that when it enters the battlefield, it does 2 damage to, or it does damage to the player. So pretty much a burn deck, but without just playing spells. That's the one downside of a burn deck, is that your board sometimes can be pretty empty, so that you can lose on the backswing, a lot of times, or if you didn't find that thing that you needed, it's not too great. But what we're trying to do, it's a little more expensive, but we get creatures as well as damage. So basically, our version of a shock here is this Viashino's Pyromancer, who does 2 damage when it enters. We have a Skymarch Bloodletter that does 1 damage, and we gain life. We only are playing these guys as wizards as well, so this can sometimes come down and do 2 more damage, but the 3/2 creature isn't bad either. Goblin Chainwhirler comes down. I'm only playing 2 of him because we are playing 2-color deck, and it's not as consistent. We have the Bloodhunter Bat, which can drain for 2, Vampire Sovereign, which can drain for 3, which this is really awesome. We are playing pretty much every version of this type of effect. So we have Sovereign's Bite in here, as well as kind of a burn spell where we can cause the opponent to lose 3 life, gain 3 life. We have Gonti's Machinations, which is a 1-mana version of it, but we have to lose life for 2 different turns. So we're actually okay with people swinging back at us because occasionally we can have a Gonti's Machinations out there. Machinations, whatever. We're going to call it that. We have Combustible Gearhulk on the top end, which is awesome, can do tons of damage if they let us draw the cards, or not let us draw the cards. Burning Sun's Avatar, also kind of same thing. We can destroy a creature and deal 3 damage to the opponent. And then Demanding Dragon, which can either kill a creature or have them take 5. And so, pretty fun deck, and let's get into the gameplay and see if we can win some games. Wish me luck. Alright, so here we are in Arena Standard, and we are playing ETB Damage Tribal. So playing all the creatures that enter the battlefield and do damage to the opponent. And let's see here, this isn't a bad hand. I like having 2 colors, but 2 mana. Opponent's going first, so we're going to keep this on the draw. I think that this is okay. Yeah, there we go. So we draw into land, so we go Cinder Barons, pass the turn. So we need to draw into another black source for the Sovereign here. And this actually is a pretty good deck against what our opponent is doing here. So we're going to go ahead. So I believe that anytime I see Hinterland Harbors, Forest, and they're not playing like Merfolk right away, I'm assuming that they are playing the mill deck, which we don't really care about fogging because we do care about them gaining life. But we are fine with them fogging because we're going to be doing a lot of damage just by playing creatures. So we drain them down to 19. Opponent plays Oath of Teferi, so this might be a little bit different. They bounce the Gift of Paradise, bring it back down, gaining 3 more life. That was pretty good. They gain 3 more life. We are going to play Mountain. Play another Skymarch Bloodletter. Drain them. Swing in. And we're hoping for land. The Vampire Sovereign is pretty good here. I want to kind of hold on to the Lightning Strikes. Opponent plays another Gift of Paradise. They have gained 9 life, which is bad. We are going to play Vampire Sovereign, see if it gets countered. It does not. We will drain them. We swing in for 4. And this is where the power of having creatures really comes in. Against this kind of deck, Burn would be out of cards by now. They would be maybe a little bit lower because it's faster, but then what would you do? You would have to be drawing cards to have a chance, where we actually have 7 power that we can swing in with each turn. Alright, so we draw a Swamp, which is actually awesome here. So first off, we're going to go attacking. Alright, so they Haze of Pollen. We'll let that resolve, and then we are going to Burning Sun's Avatar. Uh-oh, I think we broke it. There we go, okay. So we do 12 damage, or 3 damage, bring him down to 12. And so, even though this is the, looks like 3-color mill and Nexus of Fate. Uh-oh. Gonna be taking lots of turns, unfortunately. Search for Azcanta. Trying to find more Nexus of Fates. Pass the turn to us. Alright, so we get the Pyromancer here. So we're going to go to combat first. See if they have like a Settle the Wreckage. Alright, so just a Fog. So now we play Pyromancer. Alright, and that draws out a counter. That's just fine. Because then we are going to Lightning Strike. And before they have another counter, let's go ahead and Lightning Strike again. If we find a Combustible Gearhulk, that might just win us the game here. Opponent plays another Nexus of Fate. So we know that they have 2 in the deck right now. They are taking their additional turn right now. They play an Island. Cycle Irrigated Farmland. Uh-oh, play Cleansing Nova. Alright, so that's bad. We will play Dragon Skull Summit, pass the turn, and we're really hoping that they memory here. We need to be drawing those 7 cards. They go digging with Search for Azcanta, trying to find the Nexus of Fate. It's a Chart a Course. They play Chart of Course. Chart a Course, of course. And Karn. Alright. So as long as they're not gaining life, we actually are okay here. A Demanding Dragon is fantastic. They can have an Island.
I'll make use of that later.
And we will definitely exile that Nexus of Fate. Make them wait another turn before they can do much with it. But they know that they'll have it. Alright, so Pyromancer does 2 more. Opponent's going to grab the Nexus of Fate and play it. They go searching. Alright, so then they find another Fog. They Nexus of Fate. We'll give them another Fog. I guess giving him the Nexus of Fate might have been better, but we're making him tick down Karn at least. Opponent grabs a... Opponent has all of the turns, so we're just going to sit back. I might fast forward through all of this. Alright, so opponent is playing Teferi here, which we were kind of just waiting for them to have a win condition, but now that they have pretty much infinite turns, they can start drawing cards like crazy. Teferi can start getting rid of everything. They're going to create some creatures to be swinging in with. Oath of Teferi lets them tick up twice each turn. You can see we already lost this game. Alright, so there we go. So they had another Nexus of Fate. That's all I was waiting to see. Now that they have 17 cards in hand and they have 4 Nexus of Fates that can be put in each turn, they won't necessarily mill themselves out. They can create creatures each turn, and I am going to go ahead and concede here. Alright, so here we are in Arena Standard playing ETB Damage Tribal, or kind of like Creature Burn in... and this is a pretty fun deck. Let's see what we draw into. I am hoping to not mulligan like I have every time so far. We will keep this. This is not bad at all. Opponent plays the Plains. Plays the Falcon. Alright. So we're going to play... let's see here. Gonti's Machinations actually might not be bad against the Flyers deck, but I think that Chainwhirler is going to be better. So Having Chainwhirler on turn 3 is going to be awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill the Falcons here. Slitherblade. Alright, so this Gonti's actually is looking better now. Okay, we're going to play Mountain, and instead of Lightning Striking, we could Lightning Strike the Slitherblade. But I kind of want to see if they put some auras on it as well first. So we're going to put down Gonti's Machinations. Machinations? How do you pronounce that? Chat or comment down below. How do you actually pronounce that? Alright, opponent plays Danitha. So this is an Aras deck. Good to know. And everything has 2 power. So this Goblin Chainwhirler looking a lot worse now. It is a blocker. But I think what we do is we actually play Mountain. Let's see, Chainwhirler can block the Danitha. So let's go ahead and man. Let's play it. So we play Chainwhirler. We can block the Danitha so they can't swing in there, not gaining life. We can Lightning Strike the Slitherblade, and then we should have flyers available soon for the Rustwing Falcon. Alright, so they do give Danitha flying. Swinging all out. And they're getting lots of life, doing a whole bunches of damage. We are going to go ahead and fire this off now. The Gonti's Machinations, as soon as we take damage, it's best to be playing it. So now we play Mountain. We Lightning Strike Danitha, which they played the one card that would have saved them there. We go attacking because we can't block anyway, and we pass the turn. Opponent plays another Danitha and a Slitherblade. Alright, so they go swinging in. And now I think what we do is we play land, and Demanding Dragon actually helps us a lot here. We are hoping that they kill a Slitherblade. That's actually fine. Slitherblade is worse for us than the birds. Because birds we have blockers for. Opponent swings in with Slitherblade, trying to keep up a clock. And this is where the life gain part of our deck is really going to shine. Puts on a Moment of Triumph, gains some life. We go down to 8. And now, let's see here. If we draw land next turn, we can empty our hand. So I think it's worth playing Sovereign first. We do have to pay a life for it. But we're gaining 3 back. Go up to 10. And we swing in with Demanding Dragon. Bring him down to 12, and now the race is on, opponent. Opponent plays another Slitherblade. Swings in for 1. And Bloodletter's not bad. We're going to play Gonti's Machinations. And I think we Lightning Strike a Slitherblade. I kind of want to save this until we find another wizard, if possible. So I think that we just Lightning Strike Slitherblade. Swing in for 5. We could be swinging in with the Vampire Sovereign as well. We'll do that next turn because it is lethal. If we draw into Swamp, we also have Ifnir Deadlands. So let's see here. It looks like they have a way to make the Danitha bigger and also gain life. So I think that we block with the Chainwhirler, and I think we actually double block here to make sure it dies, because we know that they have pump spells. So we double block. It's either Gideon's Reproach or a pump spell, which both... Right, Vampire Seal. And yeah, it keeps it alive, unfortunately, but we did block it. Sovereign's Bite isn't bad here. So we're going to play Sovereign's Bite. And then Bloodletter. And now we are going to go to combat, attacking, and opponent is seeing that we have 3 more damage with this energy. So we're going to swing in. They have to block with the Falcon. to stay alive. Oh, they're letting it through. All right, so damage. And then we fire this off, and opponent didn't block there, and we win. That was awesome. All right, so that is what the deck is trying to do. That went pretty well. All right, so there you have it with ETB Damage Tribal. Deck performed pretty well. I think that we did lose some games, so I played a few there, and I'm only going to show you the best ones. But in each of the games I played, the deck did what it was supposed to do. I did have to mulligan on a couple of them, not drawing into the lands or drawing too many lands, that kind of stuff. But altogether, the deck was pretty powerful. I think that doing damage and still having, turning up a clock with just having creatures and everything like that is super powerful. And the great thing about this too is that this is pretty much rotation proof. Like, besides Gonti's Machinations and Combustible Gearhulk, this is almost entirely rotation proof here for this, which the Canyon Slew would be gone too. I don't even have one in here. But anyway, this deck is super fun. I hope you guys like it. If you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments below. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely supports me. And otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.